Hello, everybody. I'd like to welcome you all in today's short session about revenue management for hoteliers. It's going to be introduction about the course, and I think it's going to be a very interesting course for my audience in this virtual space. I'd like to introduce myself to you. I'm Professor Yusuf Nabi Muhammad Kamel Said. I'm a faculty member at Al University and at Capital University in Egypt. It's formerly known as the Helwan University. Uh, I, uh, I'd like to welcome you all in this very interesting and very helpful course for every hotelier. It's going to add more information about how you're going to generate more money and how to optimize your revenues instead of increasing your revenues. That's going to be a debate. We're going to go through it today. Is it going to be optimizing or maximizing? Many of you were going to maybe like maximizing as a terminology, as a term, as something touching your heart. We all of us needs money. It's simple like that. But it's going to be maximizing. We're going to see today, and in our next sessions, it's going to be maximizing or optimizing. Uh, Today, biggest smile for having you all of you today. And I'm going to be go through me and I used to be head of tourism hospitality department or tourism hotel management department in University, former head of active interactive learning centers, former head of training units, and faculty in College of Business, and also a former visiting scholar in Purdue University, USA, former lecturer, Cardiff School of Management. I made different training sessions for different bodies around the globe, and also I train managers in different companies around the globe. It's very interesting for me, and I enjoyed my time. I have a PhD from Cardiff School of Management and master degree in tourism management from Euro Arab Management School, and another master degree in hotel management from Harvard University, and my bachelor degree was excellent honor from Harvard University as well. I used to be former resident manager for Faculty Tourism Hotel and former assistant general manager for Harvard University Hostel. Please, during this session, please ask me whatever you like. Just raise your hand, and I'm going to be happy to answer questions. And you're going to write your name on the chat box as an attendance roster. And today, at the end of the lecture, please write your comments on a black piece of paper or just send it to me. I'm going to be happy to handle it in our next meeting. Don't forget to give me your fruitful comments, because it's really helped me to develop this course and to give it much more interactive environment. I'd like you to introduce yourself shortly, and please write your name and your comments in the chat box, in the comments box here, or the chat here in WebEx. And also write down what you want to achieve for this course. I'll give you 2 minutes for it. Okay, now I can see that the majority of you wrote down their comments about what you are looking for. You'd like to know how to generate money, how to get more reservations and occupancy in your hotels, how to distribute your inventory as a restaurant, how to deal with the different intermediates that has been scattered in our today's business environment. That's great. I'm going to deal with it during our lectures. In this course, we've got to have an interactive and active learning environment where we're going to have much more activities during our lectures. Also have bonus lapse effect terminology. We're going to thank you for being active or interactive with me by even you got to ask me. I don't understand the sport. I'm going to be happy to answer it. And some cases, I'm going to give you bonus for it. Or if you did something wrong, I'm going to give you lapse or something severe. I'm going to give you a defect. Uh, that's general rules about it. Now you need to read to reference. You need to write an essay. Give me a good essay. Now we got to begin with the end in mind in your minds, my dear students. We're going like what is going to be our assessment strategy. Final exams got 30, 40 marks. Midterms got to have 10 marks. Pre-final 10 marks. Group assignments 10 marks. And all lecture notes, explanation for details, individual assignments. Got to have another 10 marks. Activities mark, quizzes in class online. Participation marathon got to be around another 10 marks. And total it's got to be 100 marks. If you had any absence excuses, please submit it in the Blackboard. We're going to have a weekly quizzes. In every session, we're going to have a quiz, a quick quiz, just only 2 minutes one. Then in the course here, we're going to discuss how can we generate revenues, how to use our obtained revenues, how to sustain it, how can we develop or increase it, or how to optimize our revenues. Let's start with an interactivity or interactive training. Please, we need you to choose one of the following figures to represent the tourist business. Are you ready? Give me thumbs up or hands up or something. Are you ready? That's great. So that's first lecture. You think the tourist business environment is like that? So searching for information, vacations, peaceful mind, enjoying the nature, or the jungle? What do you think? Think about it and tell me about it. Now, let's see. Yeah. Oh, Mahmoud said it's the first picture where I can find Ahmed. He said, no, it's jungle. And Abdurrahman, he said, no, it's the first one. Maram said it was the first one. Iman said it's first one. Thank you, Iman, Ahmed, Mahmoud, Abdurrahman, Maram, for your interactivity and your comments. Thank you for this. Actually, I believe the jungle. Would you like to know why it's jungle? Okay, let's see this one. The next slide, maybe you're going to let you believe more in my point of view. We're talking about dealing with the jungle. Please carefully watch the following figure and identify how we can use it to optimize our revenues. What do you think about that? Have a deep look about it. That's distribution model. Oh, now I can see now some of my dear guests today, lecture, our students, they said, no, it's jungle. Thank you. Thank you, Mahmoud. Very good one. Why do you think it's jungle, Mahmoud? Yes. because very complicated. You touch the heart of the truth. It's one of the most common terminology we have it here about revenue management and distribution, especially. It's the complexity problem. It's very complicated. We are dealing with different channels. We have to set your strategy for each one. How we're going to handle it, how we're going to price it, how we're going to give them discount, or how we're going to make allotment for it. It's different channels. But let's have another deep look. Do you think the customer here, the gray box, can reach it through one channel, different channels? Yes, absolutely. At different channels. Actually, each one of these books is a type. There's millions of travel agencies. There are millions of CRSs. There are many, hundreds of tour operators. There are different GDSs. There's millions of representative companies. There are different channels. Every single channel, you have millions of alternatives to distribute your inventory. Whether you're going to be in a hotel or even restaurants now in our today's restaurant business, you have different intermediaries you can distribute through it. You don't need to obey the intermediary conditions, or you don't need to obey the price that he obliged you to take it. He forced you, he squeezed you to squeezing. Some of you are going to say, why should I accept this kind of squeezing? Let's have a real story. In in a well-known chain of hotels in Egypt, I used to give training for its managers. One of its managers, he was the cluster sales manager for this chain. He said it was a five-star chain of hotels where they used to have its ADR, average daily rates, as $100 per night. And after dealing with this jungle, with these intermediaries, they couldn't sell its rooms more than $5 per night. $5. It shocked me and also shocked all the audience. But I was understanding this because it's happened with different hotels. I know how they are running it. They squeezed the hotel because actually the hotel didn't realize this fact in front of your eyes. We have hundreds of alternatives. You don't need to go for that intermediate that were used to squeeze you. But remember, you need to learn how to deal. You need to learn how to develop different intermediates and alternatives. You need to give more efforts for the marketing and revenue management tactics. Another example, it was in a certain destination where they used to sell its rooms for 2,500 Saudi riyals in Saudi Arabia. One of the hotels also fell in the same trap that the intermediary made it for him, for the hotel. This intermediary squeezed the hotel to sell its room, and instead of 2,500 Saudi riyal, they squeezed the hotel to sell the room for 500 Saudi riyal in the peak season. In the peak, in the max, in the top of the season. Because also the same mistake. They couldn't realize they have different channels. The problem is some hoteliers, they are having this kind of feeling of relaxation. All right, the intermediate knocking the door and requesting the hotel inventory at the beginning was a fair price at the beginning of the relationship. And the hotel said, okay, it's fine. And the intermediary said, all right, let's develop our share next season. And instead of having 100 rooms, we're going to have 200 rooms. He said, okay, that's fine. And next season, okay, we're going to develop it more. We're going to have 300 rooms. So he said, that's fine. Now he controls the majority of the inventory. And then the season after, he started to reduce the price. And still have kind of relaxation. And some hotels, I know them, some hotels, they decreased the number of marketing and sales staff members. They decrease them, which is meaning they cut their power. They decrease their power. They reduced their ability to succeed in this jungle. They reduce its ability to survive in this jungle. You need, as a hotelier, to understand this environment. And the next lecture, we're going to have a good presentation and much more details about different types of distribution channels. The online one, a traditional one, and we're going to go through it. In the scale of this intermediation, you're going to have also to decide which distribution strategy you're going to go through it. Is it going to hypermediation, reintermediation, selective reintermediation, exclusive distribution, and disintermediation? Let's have some quick golden tips for not being eaten by a lion, because now you are in jungle. So the intermediates, sometimes they are lions. We have to deal with this very carefully. You need to know, and that you have endless ways to directly reach your guests, whoever he will be. You have thousands of alternatives for your current tourism intermediaries. You need to continuously update your information on the distribution channels and on your website. You need to continuously assess, analyze, and develop your performance. You need to assess your guest spending behavior to know which segment is the best for you, who is your right guest and who are not. Now, also, we're going to, there's a important terminology in your point of view, which is the most important for revenue management: occupancy or revenue. Oh, I can see now they are very interactive. They are all right. Maram, she said occupancy. Mahmoud said revenue. All right. And also Ahmed said revenue. Abdurrahman said revenue. All right. So actually, it's not just occupancy and revenue. It's much more than that. We're going to have a like example now. Imagine yourself running a hotel, having 100 rooms, and you are generating $1 million. Huge amount of money. That's revenue. But the net profit is 100,000. In another hotel, you have also $1 million. But the net profit is 200,000. Which is better? 200,000, isn't it? So another scenario. Let's imagine yourself running a hotel, generating $1 million, occupancy 100%, net profit 100,000. Another hotel, revenue $1 million, occupancy 70%, 70% occupancy, 70% occupancy, and the net profit is 100,000. Which is the best? 70% one, because now I'm going to have more relaxation. The depreciation is going to be not as it's 100%. occupancy, and my staff and my labor is going to have more quality time to interact with guests, to let the guests feel the experience of staying in the hotel. You're not going to be rushed out. So they're going to enjoy. They're going to enjoy working with you. At the end of this short session, I'd like you to summarize what we learned today. Yes, I can see your comments here and the summarization. All right. Okay, great, great. Thank you, Mahmoud. Thank you, Maram. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Abdurrahman. Oh, Iman. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Iman. Oh, I think you have wonderful students with me today. Thank you for being with. Thank you for being with me today, and feel free to ask me any questions. Any questions? It's questions time now. Thank you, great. That's my online contact details and some list of references. Have a great day. Bye.